So first and foremost, I do want to thank the Libertarian Party of New Jersey for hosting a rally here today for us to speak out against one of the greatest crimes that a government can do when it does so immorally, and that is commit war and fight ourselves and commit men and women to go fight wars around the world. Now, why am I so ardently anti-war? It's because my entire adult life, my nation has been at war. 9/11 happened when I was in high school. I'm a 39-year-old candidate for president. That should tell you that for decades, our country has been at war. And since that day on 9/11, government both here and abroad has been used as a weapon against privacy and against many times innocent people. That doesn't mean that there aren't times when we need to fight wars. I absolutely support ourselves defending ourselves from invasion, but that's not what our government has committed ourselves to doing for the last 20 plus years. I have witnessed as we've gone to war in Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, and elsewhere around the world, and not just our troops, but our weapons that are being sold to governments around the world to create further division, further turmoil, and more death. When I think about why I'm anti-war, I think about the thousands of American lives that ceased because of this war. The thousands of people in my generation who are no longer here because they died on a battlefield in Fallujah, or in Kabul, or elsewhere. Those are the people that I think about when I think about how can we honor the veterans who did return, those who came back with scars seen and unseen. And what we need to do, first and foremost, is stop creating more dead and injured veterans. We need to stop the warfare state as it exists and realign our foreign policy to one that is rooted in diplomacy and voluntary exchange with other nations. Because if I'm selling something to you or buying something from you, I have a vested interest not to be shooting at you. I have a vested interest not to be killing innocent people in your communities. And unfortunately, time and time again, the American war machine has done exactly that. There are millions who have been killed or displaced in Iraq alone, not even counting Afghanistan and the other theaters of war we've been fighting. And since that day, I have committed myself to a path of peace. And if you feel similar to this, if you feel the same way that I do, I urge you to join us at the Libertarian Party, to join the true anti-war party in this country that has been fighting as an anti-war movement since our inception in 1971. We were literally founded during the Vietnam War from those who were upset that Richard Nixon was continuing it. That was in 1971. Here in 2024, if you want to be an anti-war voter, you need to vote Libertarian. I urge you to vote for myself and Mike Termott, my running mate for president, so we can send a message to Washington, D.C. and to those who continue to fight wars around the world in our name that we are tired of it. We want to see peace in the world, and that starts with us disengaging ourselves from the theaters of war to which we are currently committed. I urge you to vote Libertarian up and down the ticket to send a message to Washington, D.C. and to state houses across this country that our freedom is not for sale and that the innocent lives overseas are just as innocent and just as precious as those here. If you don't want to see people being drone bombed in Trenton, New Jersey, you shouldn't want to be seeing people drone bombed in Kabul, Afghanistan, or Baghdad, Iraq, or in Gaza, or in Ukraine, or anywhere else. And it is our job to commit ourselves to peace and to move to a new foreign policy. If you want to join in that effort, join this campaign, join this party, and I wish you a life of peace, love, and liberty. God bless.